Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blanks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
All right, buddy.
Back to talk one of our calmer shows of the week, Brian. This is Farmer Wants a Wife. This is season 3, episode 3. Make sure you like to subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all your farmers coverage, all of your competition reality coverage, Netflix, CBS, everything and anything in between. Brian, this episode really is highlighted by the elimination at the beginning of the episode of Taylor, someone who you may have thought, based on the comments and based kind of just on how the episodes had gone initially, would be a contender, even based off of his comments. Were you surprised at that elimination off the top?
I think if we weren't teased at all last week, then probably a little more.
Mhm.
But
For sure.
this nobody had gone home yet, so like you knew that it was like it was had happened at some point, and they almost seem like they're trying to get make people kick people out the door with the friends meet up. They're like, hey, you need to like because like Colton didn't have to be involved, so they're
Yeah.
like, hey, you need to do this now. So maybe they're just trying to speed things up and make it a little more dramatic. Because think about a couple seasons, they're like people are just chilling for a couple weeks.
Well, indeed, and frankly, with Taylor's comments to the rest of the ladies on her way out, saying that basically I was the one that caught his eye and I'm gone, or
Mhm.
that only one person caught his eye and now they're all, well, who was he talking about, right? And so there is a little discord there. And well, obviously, like you said, with the pressure of elimination off of the ladies, it didn't come to the forefront yet, but I know it will in the following episodes. You mentioned, Brian, really the other main pillar of this episode was the group dates with the friends of the farmers. I do think this is a good opportunity. I think it's nice to do it early on. This
Mhm.
show, frankly, too, was the fact that they don't have a bunch of different women, right, matched with the farmers. It isn't too early to meet the friends, especially, frankly, since they're living in their houses or their homes or their farms. Brian, what did you think of the friends? And then let's maybe just start highlighting maybe some of the notable kind of interactions.
Well, the friends are fine. I mean, none of them are too crazy, and it must be tough. Like I always like watching this is like the guys are like they interview like these like all these good looking women. It's like I wonder if any of them are like, hey, I want to talk to her because he's not that into her, things like that. But I mean, obviously, I just want to start with like Samantha. It's just like I still just don't believe anything that like there's a reason that she's here besides controversy. I mean, do you think I don't think anybody would think that she's there for the right reason.
No, I mean, I think that's a kind of given accepted fact at this point, right?
That she almost like goes out of her way to say things that are like gonna be make the friends are like, well, I like to be the driver, and it's like, well, there's only one wheel in the car, and it's like, did we set that pun up on purpose, or
I hope it was real because the friends who are putting their foot down, there's only one steering wheel.
yeah, yeah,
There's only one steering wheel.
yeah, it's funny, and it's just she and then I mean the preview, she looks like she's doing something again, but that could also just be like fake noise, and it'll be. I'm really looking forward to that because other like this is we're gonna. I like when they actually get all together. I think that's like good because then they can like share stories.
Mhm.
But I don't know, man. She seems like she's somebody that would be on The Bachelor for some reason, like her presence.
I don't think that's a outrageous comparison there, frankly. Another notable event here, Brian, obviously, John had the one-on-one date with Chloe, right?
Mhm.
She explained that she had a disconnected family. Sh it was awkward, right? John even told the cameras that she was I think the quote was, she's a nice girl, but just not quite right for me. Uh, he told her that he wasn't feeling the relationship and added, like, hey, it's time for you to go. She was tearful, but she did leave. So, Chloe was another casualty of this episode, Brian.
I feel like the amount of producers that like we hear a lot of producer talk on the show where like the girls are crying and the producers are like hug like she got a hug here. I'll find my man. So
Yeah, like this wasn't very traumatic. You didn't invest a ton of time into this. And I'm not saying that, hey, you couldn't have developed any form of feelings, but the hug parade was a lot.
I mean it just I yeah, I guess we don't know a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but I don't know. It's Hopefully she
Um,
found somebody.
I believe we do have a 2-on-1 date coming, right, Brian?
Yeah, that's really the only one we saw. Like, yeah, it's Jay as Vivian Lee and Julia, and I think like um, sh it's really gonna be. I think Julia might be the one that's like on the chopping block here. Like she like has like a hissy fit, like not wanting to play pool or she can't hit a shot right. And it's like just the fight just didn't seem real to me.
It's an interesting though. I think you would be right in a lot of in most kind of one-on-one scenarios, but I believe Vivian was the one that said she's only ever been in situationships, right? And she's never had a
I think
real
so, yeah.
relationship, and so that could be something that could equally scare him off.
Yeah. It's just a lot of stuff. Like the show is looking a little more fishy to me this season than last. Like there's a lot more like people who are like zigging when others are zagging, and it's like very obvious to the viewer.
The show, remember, the show's got to start being called like Farmer Wants a Wife, but do they want to be a wife?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
Overall, good episode, right? A little bit of a cliffhanger ending type of situation here, Brian. So, I thought episode 3 was pretty strong.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I just think not a lot happened. Like even the other like Matt and Hayla date doesn't matter. Like we don't know anything about it yet. And then like Colton just kind of was like a background character. He had no consequence
Well, because the Taylor stuff was so
besides
early.
the Taylor stuff. He's like scot free. He's like, oh, got my check. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, it'd be interesting again to see the fallout from the Taylor revelation, next week. So,
Yeah.
um, make sure you said again, subscribe to everybody here, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. If you are a Fox fan, I would hope maybe you're a Netflix reality fan. A show of a kind of a not completely similar temperament, but not too far off. Show The Trust that we are or $1 Million Secret,
No,
excuse me.
no
We did
secret.
do The Trust though. That is another Netflix show we did cover that you would like. But right now we're covering $1 Million Secret. We're doing cast interviews. So we already have one down with two of the cast members. We have a few more scheduled and maybe one more at least to start in the docket. So if you're into getting to know the cast members, watching a show with not a ton of crazy strategy, something really casual you can follow along, it's all on Netflix. So check that out. And happy to say I think we're one of the only people interviewing everyone. So it's been really cool. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all at the Reality Guys. But until next week, we really appreciate everyone watching and commenting. Peace.